ডিয়ার ভিউয়ার্স, স্বাগত জানাচ্ছি কুকারি থিয়েটারে। আজকের অতিথি সেলিব্রিটি শেফ হালিমা সালিম। আসুন দেখি উনি আজ কি করে দেখাচ্ছেন আমাদের।
So just to quickly introduce you to our two guest chefs today, Imran, who runs Haludi's, the fantastic halal chicken brand that you might have heard of, just recently launched. It's been what, 2 weeks?
4 weeks.
4 weeks. 4 weeks. And very excited to introduce curry on Halima, the wonderful Halima. And Halima is going to be making 3 different dishes today, and Imran is going to be helping.
Apparently.
I will leave you to it.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Okay, I'm not normally one to go for items of convenience, but this is something that's really close to my heart. So when I tried it, I then contacted Imran and asked if I could do this. I'm going to be using the cooked product range, the chicken range, which comes in a variety of different flavours. So I'm doing 3 dishes today. We're going to be doing a bit of a Arabic style fried rice using the peri-peri chicken. I'm then going to be doing a salad using carrots, coriander, chilies, cucumber, and then I'm going to use the Cajun chicken breast in that, and I'm going to make paratha rolls with those. And the last one I'm going to keep for the end is one of my most popular dishes, is the chicken Jalfrezi. So we're going to make a chicken Jalfrezi using the char-grilled chicken fillets, and we're going to again incorporate those into a paratha wrap. It's fully 100% chicken breast, so it's already cooked, literally just needs heating through. I'm going to start with the rice first because that sort of takes the longest. So, really quick, really convenient, as I've said. Chicken's already cooked. I've got some boiled rice that I had left over from yesterday. I've got some grated carrots, some peppers, some coriander, sweet corn tinned or frozen. I've got some green chilies and some raisins. We're not putting anything in there apart from paprika and tomato puree because the flavour's all in the chicken, you don't need anything else. So let's start. Bismillah.
So Halima, I'll keep bothering you by asking you questions, but don't let me stop you.
Thank you.
So, is it quite normal then for you to have a bit of rice left over at the end of the day that you decide, actually, what am I going to do with this?
Yeah, I think everyone has rice left over that we don't know what to do with, especially white rice because it's just in the fridge. So this is perfect to use up like this. Okay, so going back to this, I've heated up some oil. I'm going to throw in some raisins and I'm just going to let them sizzle, and literally within seconds you'll see them plumping up and they'll sort of change colour. As soon as that happens, you're going to go in with everything. This is how quick it is. We're going to go in with the grated carrots, chopped up peppers, and the sweet corn. I'm going to give that a quick stir.
It smells beautiful up here. It's a shame you can't all smell it down there. It's fabulous.
And we haven't even put anything in it yet. So that's just some raisins, sweet corn, peppers, and some carrots. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go in with some chopped green chili. Now, I won't go for it. Do you want it hot?
I prefer it hot, but I find that actually in the summertime, the hotness isn't quite so good. It kind of makes me sweat a bit too much. So maybe not so much.
Not so much.
Think of whatever you would think you're going to put, then half it.
We're going to go for a half a teaspoon. That's just chopped green chilies. And we're going to give that a bit of a stir. And all I'm going to do now, tomato puree. It's a bit of a dish, kabsa, if anybody's had kabsa rice when you've been to Saudi. It's tomato puree they use in their base. So we're literally going to go in with a squirt, and there you go, 2 generous squirts.
So can you use chopped tomatoes or tinned tomatoes, or does it have to be?
You probably wouldn't, because tomatoes are quite watery.
Yeah.
So that it would make the rice dish watery, whereas the kabsa dish from Saudi is based around tomato puree. So in a few minutes, we just need to let the tomato puree cook out. Once that's done, I'm going to throw in a veg stock cube. It's something I find when you're doing veggie dishes or rice dishes, it just gives that little bit of an oomph. So 1 stock cube goes in, and that's just going to cook down. And while that cooks down, I'm going to add in a dash of paprika, just for colour, nothing else. Because as I've said, the peri-peri chicken has already got all the flavours you want.
And with the stock, if you could, would you prefer to use a chicken-based stock, or is vegetable better because of the number of vegetables you're using in this dish?
You know what, you could do chicken. I just find that whenever I've had to buy a halal chicken cube, it's very salty.
Right.
So I prefer to use the ones we get from the larger supermarkets, because their ones are a bit less in them. They have less salt than we do.
Yes, one question we get asked a lot is, can you make halal chicken stock? Because either you have to find something in an ethnic supermarket that might have come from somewhere, but there certainly seems to be a demand for fresh chicken stock. If it was available, people might buy it, but it's something we haven't quite got our head around yet, but maybe we will.
Okay, this is my favourite out of the whole range. Peri-peri chicken breast. There's, how many grams is this? 132 grams. It's perfect. This is probably enough for a family of 4, 2 adults, 2 children. I'm going to go in with all the chicken, and like I've said, it's 100% chicken breast, so you know exactly what's gone into it. It comes in strips, as you can see in this picture. I actually chopped it up because I needed it for the rice. And can you smell it, guys?
So for those of you who can't see this, and naturally I'm going to tell you about this bit. So this is a Haludi's peri-peri chicken chicken mini split sticks. So what this is it's 100% chicken breast. It's the inner fillet, which we flavour, and it's pre-cooked. We put it on a stick so that it's easy to eat. You can just open the packet and eat it straight away. But as Halima has done it, it's just demonstrated, it's a very versatile product. In all of our products, we only use chicken breast, nothing else. There's too many products available which use parts of the animal which never meant to be eaten. We just use 100% chicken breast. It's pre-cooked and ready to eat. So why Halima was keen to use it here was because it offers an advantage. Most of us are busy and time is at a premium, so having a pre-cooked item just adds a bit more ease to life. This looks fantastic already.
It really does, isn't it? But you know what I sort of find is you don't have to just look at a packet and think, I've got to put that in a sandwich. There's so much more to do, as you can see. And sometimes you find when we've got guests, we can't not serve up chicken or meat. It's perfect. Warm them up, put them on a bed of salad, and you've got a dish ready for you. Right, what I've done here is added in the cooked rice. You'll know it's starting to cook because I'm sure, can you smell it now?
Yep.
The rice is just warming through, nothing else. The chicken's cooked. The only thing that wasn't cooked was the grated carrots and the chopped peppers. But we don't want to cook the life out of them. And that's another thing I find, because with my recipes, I sort of say, wilt spinach for like 10, 12 minutes. And I then get a message back saying, my mum does it for 2 hours. And so you don't have to cook it for long. It's a nice fresh dish. And all I'm going to do, that's it. That is the rice dish done. And all I'm going to finish off with is the trusted old chopped coriander. I'm going to add just a few chilies for garnish. That's it.
Are you going to put that into a dish as well?
I am. So we're going to decant this into that one. Thank you.
So what I want to do is take it around and get everyone to try some. Or I'll eat it if you really want me to. Or I will. I don't mind doing that for you.
Could you just hold that side for me? Thank you. And that is, it's absolutely yummy.
There's actually a lot of food there. It's
There's
surprising to
loads,
think
isn't
that.
there? Sorry. And there you have it. Basically, what I'm going to do here is, can you see it? So that's the rice absolutely ready. All I've done here is blitzed some cherry tomatoes with a bunch of coriander, some fresh mint, green chilies, a teaspoon of salt, but 2 tablespoons of sugar. So this is a sweet and spicy chutney. So I'm going to ask you to have a taste, actually.
Oh, right.
Should we put some in there for you?
You know what? Why don't I take it around and let everybody try some while you crack on with the next one?
Okay.
What do you think? Is that fair?
Absolutely.
I think that's fair.
Got some spoons there.
If you have allergies, please, I don't know what's in here beyond what you've seen, so please be careful. Go.
Do try it with the chutney.
I'm not sure if we have any more disposable spoons at the back. Probably do. Oh, fabulous. There you go.
Have a little bit of
Hassan
sauce
gives
with it.
his thumbs up. That's always good. Yeah? Oh, no, you keep your spoon. Thank you. Thank you very much. There you go. There's some chutney here as well, if you like.
Imran, are you okay if I carry on?
Sorry?
Shall I continue?
Please do, yeah, please don't let me
Right,
stop
guys, we're going to go on to our next dish. Okay, guys, we're going to go on and make one of the most popular dishes I find on my page is my chicken Jalfrezi. So I'm going to kind of do a fusion, and I'm going to use Imran's halloumi chicken to make my version of Jalfrezi, but we're going to put it in wraps. And all I'm going to use for this, some onions, some green chilies, some cherry tomatoes, some coriander, peppers, and the only spices I put into this is a pinch of turmeric powder, some chili powder, and a tiny, tiny bit of coriander powder. And for this, I'm using the Halloudi's char grilled chicken. So we're going to start off with a little bit of oil. Okay, what we're going to do here, normally what I do is I fry the chicken at home, but because I'm using a cooked chicken, I'm going to cook it in a slightly different way here today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat up this oil, and I'm going in with just a few cherry tomatoes that I've chopped. Sorry. And I'm just going to let them sizzle. Not for too long, just to soften them a little. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add in some chopped pepper. So this is basically my curry on halima Jalfrezi curry turned into a paratha wrap using the char grilled chicken. So that's cherry tomatoes, some chopped peppers, and I'm just going to let that sort of cook down a little bit. Just a few green chilies, just a few. And we're going to basically go in with a tiny bit of salt. You don't need too much because the chicken's completely flavoured. And all I have here is, for this amount of chicken, I have a 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric powder, same with chili powder, and same with coriander powder. So that goes in. And I'm just going to cook the spices down slightly so they just incorporate and mix in with everything else. You don't want to add any water because we're putting it in a paratha wrap, so you don't want it too watery. So what we're going to do now is go in with some chunky onions, just some red onions I've sliced. They go in. It smells very curryish, doesn't it?
It smells it smells very, very good.
And I don't even want to cook the onions, because in a Jalfrezi, you want it just to be very, very crunchy to the texture. So char grilled chicken, and it gives you the effect as if you've barbecued something. So that's quite nice with this. This goes in.
So Halima, if you weren't using this chicken, what would you buy a chicken breast and make it yourself, or what would you normally
Yeah,
use?
because the Jalfrezi is like a curry. So I normally use yours actually, just chicken breast cut into cubes. So this is an absolute lifesaver. So now all I've done here is, that was very quick. I've actually chopped the chicken up, shredded it to be precise. Coriander, and we're literally good to go with this as well.
So Halima, you obviously run a very popular online blog with a lot of mums and people contacting you for recipe ideas.
Yes.
Where do you get your ideas from? I mean, how do you come across these recipes?
Do you know what? A lot of it, I think, was growing up in a Pakistani household. So everything's about food. You know, either you eat food, somebody dies, you make food. Somebody comes back from Pakistan, we cook food. So there's always food. I think it was just, I've had nice trips to Pakistan. And I was fortunate enough to sort of travel the northern areas and Karachi, my uncle lives there. So I think it was just eating. And a lot of it was just testing and seeing how can I make this better.
Yeah.
And as much as I don't like to admit it, I'm actually a really fussy eater, so the best thing for me was to make it myself.
Okay.
And that's it. So here we have a chicken Jalfrezi, chicken wrap mixture, absolutely ready. And all we're going to do now is you can use wraps, you can use leftover chapatis, leftover paranthas, you can buy them ready-made. And all we're basically going to do is get one. If I can just take a bowl and just decant onto here.
So this amount of ingredients that you've used, how many people do you think this would be good
Absolutely.
for?
Do you know what? I could make 10, a good 8 to 10 wraps out of this.
8 to 10?
Yeah, because if you look at the amount we've got, you don't need much. A tablespoon of filling. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 6 to 7. 6 to 7.
Yeah.
And all we're going to do basically now, I found some pig cocktail sticks to go with haludis. And all we're going to do here is take one and literally the same pan, because it's hot enough already, I'm just going to basically wipe it down so it takes off the sauce that's stuck to the pan. It doesn't need heating up because your mixture's already hot. And literally, so you have the sauce in there. We're going to put a tiny bit of this in. And if you want salad, absolutely fine. If not, roll up and serve. You can cut into smaller portions. For kids, you can wrap up for school dinners, after school snacks, anything. So there we have our Jalfrezi wrap. Shall I make a few of these?
I'm wondering whether people would just like to try the mixture. What do you think? Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely.
Should I take it around? Because that looks fantastic, but there's so much here. So I'll take this around and I'll leave you on to
Thank
number
you.
3. What do you think?
Absolutely. Okay. The next item doesn't need cooking at all. This is actually one of my most favourite salads. I had this in Karachi and it is absolutely yummy. Basically what we're going to do here is going to make a spicy salad, incorporate chicken, and I'm going to use the Haludis Cajun chicken this time. So what we're going to do is I have some grated carrots. They go into a bowl. I've got some red onion that I've sliced, that goes in.
Very nice.
Here I have some grated cucumber that I've squeezed the water out of, and that goes in. There you go. And all I'm going to do is just quickly give that a mix. It's easier to mix by hand, so that's just onions, carrots, cucumber. And what I'm going to do to this is I have some coarsely ground black pepper, some salt and some sugar. So that's going to go in. The salt's going to bring out moisture from the onions. So you're going to get a lovely pickled salad. And give me a couple of minutes. And then what I'm going to do is squeeze over the juice of half a lemon. And that goes in. Just keep mixing. And it'll start coming together now because everything will be coated with the spice mix and the lemon juice. And then what you're going to do is the Cajun sliced chicken is a very spicy, very southern fried kind of flavour. So all we're going to do now is we're going to decant our salad into a bigger bowl. And we're going to add in the chicken that I've chopped into here. And we're just going to give it a toss. Look at that, I missed. Okay, so all we're going to do here now is the Cajun chicken gets mixed in this very yummy salad. Right at the end, I have some raisins. And it's brilliant for children because you've got so much vegetable going in. You're literally giving them so much of their fibre a day. So some raisins, carrots, onions, cucumber, sugar, salt, black pepper, lemon juice, and then the Cajun sliced chicken. And this, I need you to try this, Imran. This is lovely. And there you have another simple and easy salad using the Haloudi's Cajun chicken. You can eat it as it is, or you can, again, take a bit. It's a cold one, this is brilliant. For when you're doing picnics, you don't have to worry about it being warmed up. And literally, there you have another one. And in no time at all, we've created 3 very yummy dishes. And that's it, folks.
Fantastic. That's brilliant. Thank you very much. I think this lot will kill me if I don't let them have some of this. Let me take some down for them. You want to try some? Yeah. Halima, thank you very much. I think that's been fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, everyone, a round of applause for Halima. Thank you so much.
Thank you.